Have you ever considered owning one of these little tortoises? How is it even possible to not fall in love with such a cutie? Especially when you don't have to feel lonely again. But here's the catch. She is not the dreamy pet that you thought it will be. It is listed as one of the world's top 100 worst invasive species. But what is an invasive species? According to the National Geographic, an invasive species is an organism that is not indigenous or native to a particular area. Invasive species can cause great economic and environmental harm to the new area. In this video, we are going to go down and under to discover the harmful reality of the invasive species and ways to overcome the problem.
The first one in the list is Micrania micranta, or also known as bitter vine. It is common to be seen in Malaysia, right? Do you know that it is also one of the major threats to the biodiversity and listed as 100 world worst invasive species? It was first introduced in Malaysia as a non-leguminous ground cover for rubber plantation. Known for its rampant growth, it can grow up to 25 feet in just 6 to 8 weeks. That makes it invasive. The thick tangles will block the sunlight and limit photosynthesis for the covered plants. This could be perilous, especially for young plantation and nurseries. Some control measures have been taken to prevent bitter vine. Some small farmers usually remove it manually, but it has to be done carefully to avoid spreading the seed. It is also common to use systemic herbicides such as glyphosate and triclopyr that will kill the plant within a week.
Malaysia has been declared free from rabies by the World Animal Health Organization in 2013, with the last record of human case in 1998 and the last record of canine case in 1999. However, a rabies outbreak occurred in Perlis, Kedah and Penang in July of 2015 and then again in Sarawak in June of 2017. Associate Professor Dr. Ahmad said that the main factor for the reintroduction of rabies was the movement of infected stray dogs crossing borders. In Perlis and Kedah, the virus was thought to have originated from land crossing, and in Terengganu and Penang, the virus was linked to dogs being brought over by fishermen boats from Thailand. In Sarawak, it was tracked down to 3 roaming dogs crossing the border of West Kalimantan. And so, the question arises, what are the types of prevention that can be done to stop the spreading of rabies? The single most effective measure to protect humans from rabies is through vaccination of dogs. However, the movement of vaccination needs to cover at least 70% of the dog population. Also among the measures that can be instituted is to improve border protection from entries of dogs either through legal or illegal means. The capacities of the veterinary services and human health services to support rabies prevention and control activities needs to be strengthened. This can include the integration of both animal and human surveillance systems.
Rosboilia coichichinensis, or widely known as itchgrass, is one of the most aggressive weeds that can be found in more than 40 countries under various conditions. Itchgrass is native to tropical Africa, tropical Asia, and northern Australia. It has been introduced throughout the Caribbean, tropical America, southeastern, and the central of United States. Although it may occur under a variety of light, moisture, and soil conditions at a wide range of altitudes, itchgrass is most commonly found in sunny, disturbed sites with high rainfall, or irrigation subtropical and tropical climates. Each grass may reach a height of 3 meters. Its leaves are simple with pale green and linear lanceolate shape, flat limbs with serrated borders, rough pubescence, and dimensions approximately from 20 to 60 centimeters in length and 1 to 3 centimeters in width. This weed is controlled mechanically through cultivation. It has been used to control each grass in row crops. Although the addition of chemical controls may greatly enhance results in row cropping systems, small patches may be removed by hand. Take precautions to avoid the stiff hairs, which may cause skin irritations or piercing.
Do you have any questions that have been running around in your head? Feel free to type it in the comment section. We will assist you shortly. Now, let's move back to our video.
The hypothemus, placostomus, and sycamore catfish. If you have an aquarium, you probably have one of these fish. They're known for their talent to clean their aquarium. But what are they? The placostomus or sycamore catfish is found in fresh and brackish water. They also prefer fast-flowing streams or rivers with pebbly substrates. Its color varies based on its surrounding and environment. These catfish are also referred to as dehydrated fish for their ability to clean tank algae. Now, I will show you the characteristic of sycamore catfish. The catfish can grow to approximately 50 cm long over its native range and less than 30 cm for aquarium specimen. The catfish is brown to olive brown with darker spotted or vermiculate patterns and in some specimens dark dorsal saddles. Fins are similarly colored. Their abdomen is pale cream with brown spots that may be irregularly joined to form a vermiculate pattern. There is no granular edge on snout. There is a strong spine at front of the dorsal, pectoral, and pelvic fins. Pectoral fins are horizontal and have thick-toothed spines. Hypothemus species is native to Central and South America. It has been introduced to 17 countries in the America, Asia, and Europe. This catfish is a very popular ornamental freshwater fish and have many life history traits that make them successful invaders. They are covered in armor plates, possess broad environmental tolerance, and the ability to colonize anthropogenically disturbed habitats. Because of their rapid maturation, high densities, and longevity, these catfish can rapidly monopolize nutrient resource, alter food webs, increase turbidity, and cause bed aeration through nest building and physically inhibit other aquatic organisms. So, how did the government prevent the same thing from happening again? The Department of Agriculture has proposed 4 options of steps for dealing with alien species, which is prevention, early detection, eradication, and control. In this video, we are only gonna talk about prevention. Prevention is the first line of defense against any invasive pest. The Malaysian Plant Quarantine Act 1976 and Plant Quarantine Regulation 1981 are the 2 laws that aim to prevent the entry and spread of noxious plants and pests of plants that can threaten the agriculture industry. Besides alien invasive species, the Quarantine Act also has provision to control outbreaks of endemic pests. In regulating the alien invasive pest species, the Quarantine Regulation has listed 240 species of insects, fungus, viruses, and weeds that are prohibited for importation, possession, or keeping.
The red-eared cedar has been the most popular turtle in the pet trade, with more than 52 million individuals exported from United States to foreign countries between 1989 to 1997. They originate from the midwestern state of the USA and northeastern Mexico. These Despite the worldwide occurrence of this turtle, little to none is known about the impact to the indigenous ecosystem. It is clear that research and education on raising this turtle to the wild are needed. Their omnivorous diet and their ability to adapt to various habitats gives them great potential for impacting indigenous habitats. These turtles are very intrusive. They compete aggressively with our native turtle species for food and other resources. Most of the red-eared leaders are hybrids, which means they are more aggressive, highly adaptable to their surroundings, can eat almost anything. This leaves our poor and gentle native turtle species with little to no chance of survival. We should take measures to prevent the problem from escalating in the country. There are many ways to solve this problem. One of them is, we can control the number of these turtles from being introduced into our country. For example, the government can prevent the red-eared slider from being imported into our country. Other than that, the government can also enforce laws so that pet shops are banned from selling them throughout the country. Lastly, we can also prevent them from being released to the wild in the first place. This can be done through responsible pet ownership. Potential pet owner should know that they need high commitment to raise this pet turtle.
In conclusion, the introduction of invasive alien species in Malaysia has become a great enemy to our native biodiversity, as it has contributed to nearly 40% of all animal extinctions for which the cause is known. Therefore, every part of the society should acknowledge their role in providing a safer environment for our native species.